Welcome to AD4 News Hour. I am Lilian Ogazi. Government College Ibadan Old Boys Association says it has so far raised over 60 million naira to support development of education in the school. Wale Babanlaki, national president of the association, disclosed this in Abuja at a news conference to herald activities to mark the school's 90th anniversary. Babanlaki, represented by Ademola Majason, the chairman of Abuja branch of the association, said an education foundation to develop the school had already been set up. The national president promised that the association would offer scholarship to less privileged students to aid their pursuit of education to a logical end.
We have set up a government college educational foundation, which, in fact, to date we've realized over 60 million in that account, although we have not spent anything. What we intend to do is that have that money as a base and then also attract NGOs and foreign donors to also participate in it, so that we can have enough money to sustain the development of government college the way we want it under the master plan. What we want to ensure in government college is that if you are brilliant, even if you don't have money, you would get. And that was what it used to be. Some of our class sets, branches do offer scholarships to students. They have been doing that. One of the things we have been able to do to improve the standards of education in that school is that we have supported government college with teachers. If you are in the school, you would see that one of the key problems is a dearth of teachers. They don't have teachers. So as an association, we've been able to do that. We are currently paying for the teachers. And we have seen the results in terms of their academics, school side results and all these other things. So that is what we are doing with regards to teachers. We are working on the road, rehabilitating the road that leads into the school. Also, in terms of sports, we are regrassing the main field, sports field that we have in the school. We are also trying to reintroduce boarding system in the school, and with that, we have built 2 hostels, or renovated 2 hostels. In fact, rebuilt it for over 200 million. The cost.
If we lose the education of our children, we are going to lose the whole of this civilization. That means we'll be cut off the modern world. I want you to look at a country like India with 1.3 billion people. What makes them stand out and succeed everywhere is the education system. So my answer so far is that priority has to be given to education because of its importance.
The Government College Ibadan Old Boys Association has developed a master plan that covers the next 20 years. And digitization is an important component of that plan. The plan is phased out into 3 phases. And in the first phase, a library has already been established that is almost fully digitized. But I must say at this point that out of all our priorities, the digitization is a long-term objective. The immediate priorities right now are to restore the academic excellence for which the school is famed by the provision of critical equipment, infrastructure, and quality teachers, to be followed by the molding of characters, because we were also trained to be leaders, by bringing out the boarding house system where students can learn how to be good followers and also how to be leaders.
Students from more than 180 secondary schools in Oyo State will slug it out in the third edition of Lagelu FM Inter-Secondary School Relay Race competition. The competition is a grassroots annual inter-secondary school event scheduled to hold in Ibadan, organized by Lagelu FM and a sister station, Splash FM. The General Manager of Operations Splash/Lagelu FM, Tunde Olawuwo, disclosed this in Ibadan during a news conference to herald the third edition of the race. The competition is a grassroots event essentially with the objective to discover and help to nurture future athletic stars from Oyo State. It was an eventful day in AD4 TVRadio corporate headquarters today as its chairman Mustafa A. Jaji and management received Zainab Jaji and Lami Damboram, who paid a courtesy visit to the station. Nonso Arinzechi has the details. The Education Committee of Omo-Aran Development Association has trained 160 teachers on effective teaching methods. The two-day training is geared towards improving student academic performance in the area. The workshop, which was the second in the series, had its participants drawn from the community schools across the 3 wards in Omo-Aran, Irepodu local government area of Kwara State. The president of the association, Adeyemi, said the workshop was aimed at improving teachers' effectiveness in order to achieve the desired improvement in education through student performances. Adeyemi expressed the need for teachers to be more dedicated and aligned with global best practice in the discharge of their duties. The International Labour Organization said it is working with the Nigerian government to eliminate child labour in the country by 2025. The Director, ILO Country Office of Africa, Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone, Dennis Zulu, made this known in Mina at a one-day stakeholders meeting on elimination of child labour in Nigeria. The program, which is funded by the government of Netherlands, was tagged Accelerating Action for the Elimination of Child Labour in Supply Chains in Africa. Zulu, who was represented by the National Coordinator Accelerate Africa Project, Agatha Kolawole, said Nigeria had indicated interest to eradicate the labour of the 4th Global Conference on the Sustained Eradication of Child Labour held in Argentina in November 2018. He said the federal and Niger state government had expressed interest to collaborate with the ILO in the implementation of Accelerate Africa projects. The managing director of the Bank of Industry, Olukayode Adepiton, has urged the Nigerian government to establish more universities of technology to drive development. Piton gave the advice during a meeting of the 25th Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja. He said the country must identify the kind of education that would guarantee accelerated development. According to him, developed countries like the United States and India give a lot of priority to technological education. Piton said there is no doubt that investing in education is the key to ensuring rapid growth and development. Telecommunications expert and Vice President IHS Star Mohammed Dawish has called for private and public sectors to collaborate to drive innovative solutions that would enable Nigeria to meet the growing demands for broadband connectivity. Dawish made the call on Tuesday in Lagos at the IHS Telecommunications Conference. He said the telecommunications sector is of ultimate importance to the nation's economic growth. He also marked that the company was excited to be part of the solutions emerging from the power and telecommunications sector to address the country's major challenges. Commenting, the NCC Executive Vice Chairman Umar Dambata said that the Commission was thrilled to have been part of the conference. Dambata, represented by NCC's Assistant Director Special Duties Babangana Digima, said the conference was essential to the growth of the industry and the overall economy. Medical experts have identified asphyxia as a major cause of neonatal death among infants. Asphyxia is a condition of deficient supply of oxygen to the body that arises from abnormal breathing. It primarily affects tissues and organs and often leads to fatality in infants. Director of Advocacy, Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria, Okai Aku, said asphyxia is the process of inhaling unacceptable or gaseous substance detrimental to the health, especially among children. According to Aku, 6 months after delivery, a child is susceptible to infections, especially respiratory diseases. He added that a child can inhale gaseous substance, water, or other unwanted substance through the air, and this causes morbidity. Such morbidity and autoimmune diseases can lead to the death of the child. The public health specialist, who said mother and child are inseparable, advocates prenatal, antenatal, and neonatal immunizations as veritable ways of preventing child morbidity. You're watching AD4 News Hour. It's time for a quick break. When we return, more news to come your way. Do stay. You're welcome back from that quick break. Now, taking us back to the eventful day here in AD4 TVRadio corporate headquarters, as its chairman, Mustafa A. Jaji, and management received Zainab Jaji and Lami Dambarum, who paid a courtesy visit to the station. Nonso Arinzich was present and has the details.
It was an eventful day in AD4 TVRadio corporate headquarters today, as its chairman, Mustafa A. Jaji, and management received Zainab Jaji and Lami Dubaram, who paid a courtesy visit to the station. It began with tour of the facilities of the station, where they were shown the strides the station has taken to reach its objective. The letter conveyed at the boardroom for a brief meeting with the management. The managing director, Dr. Jacob Alada, reiterated the mission of the station to empower students and children with disability.
Talk about autism, children with disability, we try to educate society, not to have negative notion about this ailment. These are children that are only handicapped, but they could be useful to society. So these are other things we should also talk about.
The chairman also spoke on the vision for the station, being a new project, and advised workers to be diligent in their works.
And I want to say that my being here, it's going to be an entirely new learning process. I'm open to learning. I've retired, but I'm not tired, I think. So I will start a whole new career in my life. So I find that exciting, and I'm definitely do that, carry out this responsibility with a lot of passion.
His wife, Hajia Zainab, emphasized on the mission of the station, stating it is to empower students and children with disabilities.
We wish you continued success, and it's a new project, so we will pray about it, continue to pray for God to make the business excel, to make sure everything goes well.
General Manager Oluchi Adams, on behalf of the management and staff, thanked the chairman for the opportunity given to the team and promised to put in maximum effort. Nonso Arinzechi, AD4 TVRadio, Abuja.
And now to the foreign scene. A former Secretary General of the Association of African Universities and Chairman of the Partnership for Skills and Applied Sciences, Engineering and Technology, Ghulam Mohammed, has blamed limited access to internet broadband as the cause of poor research in Africa. Mohammed stated this on Tuesday while speaking at a forum on science researchers in Nairobi, Kenya. He said that researchers in Africa require access to internet services for them to compete favorably with their counterparts in other parts of the world. He also says frequent power outage is a major challenge facing institutions of higher learning in Africa. 3 scientists have been awarded the 2019 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the development of lithium-ion batteries. John B. Goodenough, Stanley Withenham, and Akira Yoshino shared the prize for their work on these rechargeable devices, which are used for portable electronics. At the age of 97, Goodenough, the oldest ever Nobel laureate, the trio will share the prize money of 9 million kroner. The lithium-ion battery is a lightweight, rechargeable and powerful battery that is used in mobile phones, laptops to electric cars. The Nobel Committee said the device created a rechargeable world. Researchers at the Weizmann Institute of Science, Israel, said they have found a new method to treat recurrent severe bacterial vaginosis with germs transplant. The institute made this known in a new study published in the journal Nature Comes in Medicine on Tuesday. According to the researchers, BV is prevalent among women of reproductive age, which affects 1/4 to 1/3 of women worldwide. BV is usually treated with an antibiotics, but in case of recurrent infections, the treatment option is limited. And that's it on the news. You can join the conversation on our website, www.ad4tvradio.com. You can also follow us on YouTube, AD4 Radio, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's it. The news is many thanks for watching. I am Lilian Ogazi.